guys, welcome back to another retro movie review. Today we are reviewing Saw. Yes, Saw actually came out in 2004. We're talking 19 years ago. And believe it or not, it's a film I have never ever seen. Now obviously we have Saw 10 coming out, Saw X. And I'm watching all of them. Yes, so watching them with a friend as well, which is quite cool. So far at the point of filming, I've watched the first 4 movies. So reviewing all these now in separate videos, so stay tuned for those. But this one's Saw 1. So Saw 1, 2004, directed by James Wan. Many people love this movie. I found this movie difficult to watch, I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't really rate this as highly as maybe other people would. It had good elements in there, don't get me wrong, but it definitely had moments in the film where it wasn't 110%, if that makes sense. There was quite a big cast in this film as well. A lot of people I actually recognised. Ken Leung I recognised. I also recognised Michael Emerson. I believe they did Lost back in the day. We of course had Danny Glover in the movie, which I recognised. So there was a few people in the film that I definitely did recognise and stuff, but we have Cary Elwes and Lee Wannell. They're like the two guys that are locked in the bathroom, I guess. And then we have Monica Potter, who I think is the Doctor's wife. And then we get Mackenzie Vega, who is Diana Gordon. And there was somebody else's name I was looking for, but I can't find. Oh yeah, Tobin Bell. There it is. He is John Kramer. Of course, and it's all about him really in these movies, and as I go through these films and do these reviews and stuff like that, there's definitely ones that I really liked and there's some that I really didn't like, and this one is kind of on the low end, I'd say. I think for this, I just found it to be like the story aspect of the film wasn't really good. Like it wasn't set up like to be like a story. It was definitely set up to be a one-off film. These two people get trapped in this room. They've got to do these things. They've got to play a game, as you say, and they have to do these like basically, I guess like a horrendous game of survival. Really, like they have to do these specific tasks to actually survive, to actually live and be spared, I guess, by the jigsaw. So it was all about that, and it's all about like the two people there, like they're figuring out like why are they there, like they've got some underlying connection to the killer and all that, and the theme of that definitely does go on throughout the movies. Now this is definitely where James Wan comes in, because we've seen James Wan obviously, I've seen him in like The Conjuring and Insidious, and he's definitely created like universes, and he's very good at doing that in my opinion. And for that reason, I definitely would like give him a shout for like one of the new DC projects. I know he's done Aquaman and stuff. I think you definitely would give him like a DC or like a Marvel movie, because I feel like he's proven that he can do like the interconnected stuff really, really well. And I think the evidence is so, it does pass through, and then obviously The Conjuring again is another example of that. So I will say that like the first movie in any franchise tends to be a movie that sometimes you find it to be really good, and sometimes you maybe don't. I guess the whole torture movie type of stuff isn't really for me. Like I like a good story behind something, hence why probably I like The Conjuring and all that type of stuff, because there is an underlying story, and there is in numbers 2, 3 and 4 as well. Like from watching, there is an actual story going on, which I do appreciate, and then obviously like those films slightly more. But for Saw 1, it's just basically a game. They're like trying to like kill each other basically, or stay alive, I guess. And yeah, I gave it a 3.5 star on my letterbox. It's not the worst score, you know what I mean? Like I for me, I think it's up there. It's a good thrilling film. There was maybe some aspects I probably thought it was a bit too long for what it was, because there's only so much torture that somebody needs to watch, in my opinion. But again, this is all just personal opinion. It's a decent start. 3.5 stars, I think it's a decent start to 9 lot movies that I've got to watch and stuff. So we'll go with it. We'll see what happens, and of course stay tuned for all the reviews coming soon. But there it is, the first one, Saw 1, 3.5 star. Let me know, and of course please do stay tuned if you want to see the Saw 10 review. Please subscribe if you want to see that, and also I'll be ranking all the Saw movies from worst all the way to best, of course, as I've done recently with Mission Impossible, and I've done many times in the past. But there it is, guys. There is today's movie review. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.